Nirmala Sitharaman expresses government commitment of $2.03 billion to strengthen country's health infrastructure. India's foreign exchange reserve jumps by $5.867 billion to touch a new high of $551.505 billion during the week. Schools to reopen with all COVID protocol in Assam from November 2 following decline in COVID cases. Nation sees ray of hope as national corona recovery rate rises to a record of 87.56%. Nation celebrates Navaratri welcoming goddess Durga while Assam celebrates Kati Bihu amid COVID-19. Good evening viewers, welcome to the Notice News Bulletin. This is Manjari, now with the details. Union Minister of Finance and Corporate Affairs Nirmala Sitharaman participated in the 102nd meeting of the World Bank Development Committee plenary through video conferencing on Friday. The minister said that government has announced the first stimulus of $23 billion to provide direct cash transfers and food security measures to the poor and appraised the committee about major reforms in labor sector. She even mentioned that the government has committed $2.03 billion for strengthening health infrastructure in the wake of COVID-19 pandemic. Concluding the meeting, the minister said that collective action is the key for an effective response to the pandemic. Indian foreign exchange reserves have jumped by $5.867 billion to touch a new high of $551.505 billion in the week ended 9th October. Foreign currency assets, a major part of the overall reserve, surged by $5.737 billion to $508.783 billion. The gold reserves rose by $113 million in the reporting week to reach $36.598 billion. The country's special drawing rights with the International Monetary Fund rose marginally by $4 million to $1.480 million, while reserve position with the IMF also went up by $13 million to $4.644 billion. The closing ceremony of a two-day event organized by BJP's Kisan Morcha was organized at the Railway Community Hall in Rongya today. Assam Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal, who was a part of the event, extended his vote of thanks to Narendra Modi for introducing various welfare schemes for the farmers and also analyzed various other welfare schemes. The President of BJP's Kisan Morcha, Rajkumar Shah, MLA Pallav Losan Das and Minister Bhabesh Kalita were also present at the event.
কেন্দ্ৰীয় চৰকাৰ মাননীয় প্ৰধানমন্ত্ৰী নৰেন্দ্ৰ মোদী ডাঙৰীয়াৰ বলিষ্ঠ নেতৃত্বত খেতিয়কসকলে বহুত সুবিধা পাবলৈ সক্ষম হৈছে আৰু খেতিয়কৰ উপাৰ্জন দুগুণ কৰাৰ বাবে তেখেতে যেটো লক্ষ্য স্থিৰ কৰিছে 2022 চনৰ ভিতৰত তাৰ বাবে যিখিনি আন্তঃগাঁথনিৰ প্ৰয়োজন যিখিনি সহযোগিতাৰ প্ৰয়োজন বিশেষকৈ সয়েল হেলথ কাৰ্ড ইয়াৰ উপৰিও ইৰিগেশ্যন ইয়াৰ উপৰিও খেতিয়কসকলক আৰ্থিক সহযোগিতা আৰু খেতিয়কসকলৰ সহযোগিতা
Educational institutes across Assam will reopen from 2nd November onwards, stated Education Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma during a press conference on Saturday held at Janata Bhavan in Guwahati. He said students of classes 6 onwards will resume physical classes. The classes will be held in 2 sessions, 8:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. to 4:30 p.m., adding that there will be no mandate to attend the classes as attendance would not be taken in schools and online classes will continue. While addressing the media, Sharma said that the SOPs for resuming classes for students bearing the primary level would be in sync with the established COVID protocols. Moreover, examinations will only be conducted for students in classes 8, 10 and 12. Students of all remaining classes shall be promoted without examination.
6 এনেকে 7 এনেকে 8 এনেকে নিয়মটো এইটো কিন্তু যদি স্কুল নখোলো বুলি ভাবে আমি তাত জোৰ নকৰো কিন্তু স্কুল যদি খুলিব খোজে প্ৰটোকল এইটোৱে ল'ব লাগিব দিস প্ৰটোকল ইজ ফৰ both government and private school মাদ্ৰাসা বিলাকৰ ক্ষেত্ৰত আপোনালোকক মই ক্লাৰিটি কৰি দিছো মাদ্ৰাসা বিলাক আমি নৱেম্বৰত সাধাৰণ স্কুললৈকে কনভাৰ্ট কৰিম
Total number of COVID-19 cases in Arunachal Pradesh is 13,169, among which 10,071 recovered and 30 lost their lives. In Manipur, the toll rose to 14,715 and 109 people were succumbed to death. Meghalaya recorded a total of 8,303 COVID-positive cases, where 75 people lost their lives. In Mizoram, there was a total of 2,245 cases, 7,604 in Nagaland and 3,531 in Sikkim. The number of COVID cases in Assam has recorded a receding trend, Assam Health Minister Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma said in a tweet. He stated that the positivity rate rose to 2.21%. Sharma said that the total number of people afflicted with coronavirus has topped 1,99,749 and 1,70,263 have been discharged till date, whereas 853 patients have succumbed to the affliction and 3 people have migrated. The corona recovery rate in India has reached 87.56%. The country is witnessing a gradual trend of declining average of daily COVID cases over the past 5 weeks. The tally of daily new cases has recorded a downturn, with figure coming down from almost 90,000 daily cases, which currently stands at nearly 8,04,000. With nearly 70,000 recoveries in the last 24 hours, only 10.92% of the total reported cases in the country remain under hospitalized or home isolation. The country has registered a cumulative recovery of 87.56%. Over 10,28,000 samples were tested for COVID-19 in the country in the last 24 hours. With this, the cumulative testing figure has risen to over 9,22,54,000. Around the globe, the novel coronavirus has hit a total of 3,96,55,619 lives, among which 11,10,248 people lost their lives and 2,96,94,727 patients have recovered. Assam celebrated Kati Bihu today. Assam Governor Jagdish Mukhi, along with Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal, greeted the people on this occasion and prayed to God to bless the farmers with good production of crops. During Kati Bihu, people light up ardent lamps near Tulsi plant and their paddy fields. The state Chief Minister even congratulated the people of Assam for collectively fighting against COVID-19. Flood-affected districts like Dhemaji and Morigaon were also seen celebrating Kati Bihu in a small scale.
অসমৰ বৰাক ব্ৰহ্মপুত্ৰ পাহাৰ ভৈয়ামত বসবাস কৰা সকলো শ্ৰেণীৰ ৰাইজলৈ এই পবিত্ৰ কাতি বিহুৰ উপলক্ষে মই মোৰ আন্তৰিক শুভেচ্ছা জ্ঞাপন কৰিছোঁ। মই ঈশ্বৰৰ ওচৰত প্ৰাৰ্থনা জনাইছোঁ যাতে এইবাৰ অসমৰ খেতিয়কসকলে ভালদৰে ধান চপাব পাৰে আৰু ফচলৰ উৎপাদন দুগুণ বৃদ্ধি হ'ব পাৰে। ঈশ্বৰে সকলোকে আশীৰ্বাদ দিয়ক, আই লক্ষ্মী ঘৰলৈ আহক, প্ৰতিটো খেতিয়ক পৰিয়াল আৰ্থিকভাৱে সবল হওক, সকলোৱে সুখ শান্তিৰে জীৱন নিৰ্বাহ কৰক, তাকেই মই বিশেষভাৱে কামনা কৰিছোঁ আৰু ঈশ্বৰৰ ওচৰত প্ৰাৰ্থনাও জনাইছোঁ। আজি এই মুহূৰ্তত অসমৰ ৰাইজে কৰোনা ভাইৰাছৰ বিৰুদ্ধে শৃংখলাবদ্ধভাৱে যুঁজ দিছে।
The auspicious 9-day-long festival Navaratri begins on Saturday with great festivity and fervor across the country. During the 9-day festival dedicated to Goddess Durga and her 9 avatars, people will offer prayers to Goddess and observe fasting during the festival. On the first day of Navaratri, Devi Durga is worshipped as Shail Putri. Devotees in the national capital gathered at the famous Kalkaji and Jandewalan temple to celebrate the first day of the festival with religious fervor. The National Testing Academy has declared the result of the National Eligibility Cum Entrance Test UG 2020, which was conducted on 13 September and 14 October, and amid strict precautions in view of COVID-19 pandemic for admission to the undergraduate medical courses in all medical institutions, including those governed under any other law. The scorecards are available on the official website of the exam. A total of over 13 lakh candidates appeared, among which 7,71,500 candidates have qualified the NEET. Soeb Akhtar from Odisha topped after securing 720 marks, followed by Akansha Singh from Delhi, who bagged the second position.
में होने वाला पूरी दुनिया की सबसे बड़ी परीक्षा थी। मुझे ये कहते हुए बहुत खुशी है कि पहली बार पूरे देश के अंदर एक ही मेडिकल परीक्षा हुई है, वो चाहे एम्स की हो और चाहे विभिन्न राज्यों के सरकारी कॉलेज की हो, चाहे प्राइवेट कॉलेज की हो, चाहे अन्य संस्थानों की हो। जो ये मेडिकल में जाने वाले छात्र थे, पूरे देश में वन नेशन वन एग्जाम ये पहली बार हुआ है।
To end the news, the headlines once again. Nirmala Sitharaman expresses government commitment of $2.03 billion to strengthen country's health infrastructure. India's foreign exchange reserve jumps by $5.867 billion to touch a new high of $551.505 billion during the week. Schools to reopen with all COVID protocol in Assam from November 2 following decline in COVID cases. Nation sees ray of hope as national corona recovery rate rises to a record 87.56%. Nation celebrates Navaratri welcoming Goddess Durga, while Assam celebrates Kati Bihu amid COVID-19. Ahead of taking leave, viewers are reminded to maintain social distancing, frequently use soap and sanitizer, and properly use the mask for your own security. That brings us to the end of this evening's bulletin. Thank you for tuning in. Namaskar.